The Bhagavad Gita, a 700 verse scripture of the Hindu Dharma in Sanskrit, is the part of the Hindu epic Mahabharata. Its literal translation is the song of the god, and the Gita is set in a narrative framework of a dialogue between Arjuna, the Pandava prince, and his charioteer Lord Krishna. The Gita begins before the start of the climatic Kurukshetra war, where the Pandava prince Arjuna is filled with doubt on the battlefield, realizing that his enemies are his own relatives, beloveds, friends, and revered teachers, facing the duty as a warrior to fight the Dharma Yuddha or righteous war between Pandavas and Kauravas. Arjuna is counseled by Shri Krishna to fulfill his Kshatriya duty as a warrior and established Dharma, thus elaborating it to him in a variety of philosophical concepts. On a large picture, it is rather a dialogue between diverging attitudes concerning methods toward the attainment of liberation, moksha, and to achieve success in life for anyone at any age. The opening words of Bhagavad Gita are Dharma Kshetre Kurukshetre, meaning the field of Dharma, the field of the Kurus. Essentially, Bhagavad Gita is about Dharma. And what is Dharma? There is no direct translation for the word in English. It can be explained as duty, responsibility, and character. Our duty, our responsibilities is our dharma. The narrative in the Gita is at the center of the battlefield. Shri Krishna counsels Arjuna to fulfill his duty as a Kshatriya or a warrior, particularly when it is in a war, and to establish the righteous principles of the Dharma. As Shri Krishna puts it, this duty consists first of all in standing in one's ground and fighting for status. The main duty of a warrior is never to submit to anybody, and he must resist an impulse of self-preservation that would make him avoid a fight. Number 2. Everything happens only for good. Whatever happened, happened for the good. Whatever is happening for the good. Whatever will happen will also happen for the good. This quote from the Gita resonates with us at times when life creases to be the way we want it to. At times when sorrows don't seem to end and destiny still seems a long way. It simply means behind every failure and missed destinations there is a bigger picture Lord Shri Krishna has set for us. Number 3. The body is just like clothes for our soul. The Atman, the Sanskrit for the soul, cannot have a permanent end. It is immortal. The cessation of the physical form, the death, it's just another step in the natural process of the sansar or reincarnations. As a man casts off his worn out clothes and takes on other new ones, so does the embodied soul cast off his worn out bodies and enters other news. Number 4. Death as an opportunity to transcend. Death is not a great calamity, as it has been mentioned in the Gita. For sure is the death of all that comes to birth. Sure, it is birth of all the dies. So, in matter that no one can prevent, those thou hast no causes to grieve. It is, in fact, a spiritual opportunity. That path leads to perfect oneness with the Supreme Lord. Number 5. Change is inevitable. Everything in the visible universe expects change itself. It's subjected to the universal law of change. Nothing ever in our life is permanent. The Gita tells you to accept the change. Wealth and all the material possessions will creases. Relationships will break and you will be left shattered. Yet you will have to accept all of it. A new beginning will have to be from scratches. It is the law of change. Number 6. The essence of balance of life. Embrace the equanimity in life even at the most joyful times and moments of sheer euphoria. All of it is impermanent. With the passing time, it will all fade away. And so it is at time of grief and loss. It will too pass away. You can't just love or just hate anybody. Both of them come along. They are the two sides of the coin and you never know which one flips. Number 7. The hard time brings out the best in us. The mind and the soul are in the process of perpetual development. Your hardest time might leave you sprawling on the ground and grasping for the breath, but it is those times that will teach you the most valuable lessons of your life. Don't expect life to be a joyful ride all the time. Number 8. Surrender everything. Believe in the karma or deed and dedicate every action of yours to the Supreme Lord, said Shri Krishna. All of the life has originated from the Lord Himself, and the final destination too is the Lord Himself. Number 9. Action without any expectations. The right to work but never to the fruit of your word. Surrender the fruits of your actions. You should never engage in action for the sake of reward, nor should you long for inactions, has it been mentioned in this sacred text. Number 10. The power of belief. A man is made by his beliefs. As he believes, so he is. If you believe that you can win, then you have already won the most part of it. Believe that you can be happy. You too can be successful, and you can. If you do not have the time and patience to read and understand the entire Bhagavad Gita of 700 stanzas, just understand the last one that summarizes the essential teaching of Lord Krishna.
यत्र योगेश्वरः कृष्णो यत्र पार्थो धनुर्धरा तत्र श्रीर्विजयो भूति ध्रुवा नीतिर्मतिर्ममः.
Meaning, where there is Krishna, the Lord of Yoga, and where there is Parth, wielder of the bow, there is fortune, victory, prosperity, and infallible morality. What is the significance of Shri Krishna and Arjuna having to be together? Is Shri Krishna alone not sufficient, having acquired powerful weapons from divinities such as Pashupatastra, Brahmastra, Varunastra, etc., with unique bow called Gandiv? Is Arjuna alone not sufficient to win the war? The Bhagavad Gita concludes with this verse delivering a key pronouncement. Dhritarashtra was hopeful that his children would win the war, considering the strength of the army and the capabilities of their generals led by Bhishma, Drona, Karna, etc. However, his minister Sanjay informs the material calculations of the relative strength and numbers of the two armies are irrelevant, as victory will always be on the side of God and His pure devotees. And so will goodness, supremacy, and abundance be. Shri Krishna is the master of yoga or the lord of yogis. Yoga refers to the unification of individual mind to that of God. Yoga gives you the power to focus your mind and body, your thoughts for the higher goals and not get distracted by the various attractions in society. Krishna acts as a chariot for Arjuna during the war. The chariot symbolizes human body driven by horses that are your senses, the five senses of hearing, vision, touch, smell and taste. If the horses are under control, they will take the chariot to the desired destination. If not, it will lead us to the hell. Arjuna's chariot is controlled by Krishna, who resides in all of the buddhi. All of us as buddhi means the intellectual faculty and the power of form and retain concepts, reasons, discerns, judge, comprehend, understand. Use our buddhi to control our senses. We will have no confusion and reach our destiny with flying colors. Krishna is the guide, guru, and the director of the universe. Regardless of how much time and effort we put into any action, knowledge, or qualifications we have, one cannot be assured of success. Success depends on a multitude of factors, but it boils down to two things: self effort and God's grace. If any aspect is missing, success cannot be achieved. It means that if you work with total dedication, put all the efforts in your work, focus in your duties and responsibilities, and surrender yourself to God with total faith and devotion, then victory, fortune, power, and virtue will definitely yours.
If you like my video, then please subscribe to my channel for more videos like this, and we provide more spirituous videos just like the Ramayana and the Mahabharata.